Kim Tolson. I am the clinical consultant for product development for berries. I'm also a therapist and I use berries every day in my own practice. I'm so excited to be here. Berries has just released the newest feature, and my mind is officially blown, and yours is going to be too once you see this. Berries has released an AI assistant inside of Berries that can analyze your client's activity, your client's progress, your client's lack of progress, anything that you wanted to help you analyze with what's going on with a particular client. This HIPAA compliant AI assistant is now inside of Berries to help guide you through their clinical journey and also act as a clinical consultant, sort of sitting on your shoulder, looking in on your sessions to help you navigate progress with the client, to help you think of things maybe you didn't think of clinically, to help you with interventions and anything else along the way that you need help with. So I want to dive in and show you how to use this new tool. If you already have a Berries account, and you're going to go to account settings, you're going to click that, and you're going to go under note preferences. And then I want you to scroll down and take a look down here at this record storage settings down at the bottom. You can have this toggled one of two ways. If it's off right now, like mine is, it's going to store all of my notes, all my treatment plans, my intake, discharge summary, anything I do with this client, it's going to keep it stored in Berries until I decide to manually delete it. If you have this button toggled the other way, it's going to automatically delete all of your activity with your clients within 30 days. So you need to make sure this is turned off if you want to use the AI assistant to do case conceptualizations and work on your client's progress over time using the HIPAA compliant AI assistant that we've got now inside of Berries. So once you're sure this is set correctly, you're going to come back up to the main screen here. You're going to click on the Clients tab at the top. And in here, you're going to see a list of clients. These are not real clients. These are fictional clients that I use to demonstrate different features inside of Berries. I'm going to come down to Heather Jones right here. Click on a client. You're going to see an overview where we've got the pronouns, the note format that you want to use, date of birth. You could put all this information if you want to. Session prep here, it's going to give you follow-up information. It's got suggestions on what you should follow up on the next session with the client. It's also got the last session summary here, so you could always take a peek in here before you even see your client to get familiarized with what you talked about last time and get some suggestions on what to follow up on. Now, under sessions notes right here, you can see all of the notes that you did with this client here. And then here you've got treatment plan. And if you'll notice at the bottom, we've got this assistant right down here, this ask anything about this client or get AI assistance. This follows you across the client chart, across these different tabs in these different sections. So the main one I'm going to show you today, and there's tons that we can do with this, but I want to show you if we go into the session notes. Our AI assistant down here is going to be available for you to interact with at any point in time. So right now, its capabilities are it's going to pull in the last 3 progress notes that we did with the client. It's going to pull the intake assessment, and it's going to pull the last treatment plan that we did with the client. So if you come down here, you'll see that Berries has already put in some quick buttons that are super effective to show you how to use this and to get the most out of using this AI chatbot. You could choose these, or you could just type in your own prompts here and interact with this AI assistant along with the data that you're working on with the client. But I'm going to show you the quick buttons to just give you an idea of how this works. Case conceptualization, I'm going to click this, and it already propagates this prompt here that says, help me organize the client's history, identify key patterns, and summarize progress. So once it comes up like this, you just come over to the arrow over here and click it. It's just like using ChatGPT if you're familiar with that. And it's HIPAA compliant, which makes it just amazing because you could type anything in here you want to. You don't have to worry about PHI. So here we go, client history and key patterns. So this is not just pulling an old progress note. This is a conceptualization of the intake note, the last 3 progress notes, the treatment plan. It's pulling all of that together, and it's giving us a generalized conceptualization of this case. So we can read it, it can give us ideas, it can give us impressions, it can give us patterns that maybe we didn't think about with this client. It's literally like having a clinical supervisor sitting over your shoulder, just giving you ideas and suggestions that we may not see. We all have blind spots as clinicians. It's giving us presenting issues. It's giving us some key patterns that it's identified based on all of the history inside of the chart. So it's talking about communication difficulties that this client might have, persistent issues with expressing desires and needs. This is just based on intake, progress notes, and treatment plans so far. proactive approach to independence. She's determined to engage in solo outings as a means to assert her independence. Emotional regulation challenges. So right now we know she's got some emotional regulation challenges. So me as a clinician, I automatically think, oh, maybe I need to use some DBT interventions with her. I hadn't even put it in that context. Active participation in role-play exercises. These are suggestions to you as the clinician that you can do with this client to help her progress. Progress indicators. How am I going to know she's making progress? These things are going to improve for her. Treatment plan compliance. She continues to work on her CBT strategies and mindfulness techniques that are already listed in her treatment plan. Next steps. Heather is showing progress in her treatment by taking proactive steps to assert her independence. So the most amazing thing about this, one, you've got a copy feature down here. So you can copy and paste this if you want to. You could take it over to a progress note. You can edit it. You could take it to an EHR. You can incorporate it into a treatment plan if you want. But the amazing thing with this bot, and I've not seen this anywhere else, this is totally proprietary to berries, you can actually interact with this information just like you would with ChatGPT. But what we could do here is we could interact with this. So let's say this one, I could copy and paste this if I want to. I could say for this one, paste, can you give me some good DBT exercises to help with this? So we are interacting with her personalized data, and you can have this exchange back and forth like you've got a clinical assistant on your shoulder helping you with this stuff. So it's like, yeah, I saw the word emotional regulation. I know that goes with DBT. Maybe I'm not a DBT therapist, but hey, I think it would be great if I could think of some DBT exercises to give her to help her with this. So here we go. It's come up with, here are some DBT. I didn't even say dialectical behavioral therapy. It knew what DBT was. Exercises specifically designed to help Heather with emotional regulation. It gives me some emotional regulation skills that I think might be good for Heather specifically based on her progress. The check the facts tool that people use with DBT. This is a DBT skill that I even tell my own clients to do. It's like, oh, that's great. I can really work with Heather to help her check the facts when she's spinning or spiraling on things that she's having a lot of emotions about. Distress tolerance. It's giving us distress tolerance techniques here. Dear man, it's going through a lot of DBT skills here right now. So I could copy and paste these. I can go put them into her treatment plan if I want to. This happened in about 3 seconds. So let's say I want to interact with it further and say, give me a quick cheat sheet to give Heather on Dear Man, one of the interventions that they use in DBT. So let's see what it comes up with. This is demonstrating that you can literally go back and forth with this thing as much as you want. If you've got questions about, do you think DBT is the best intervention to use with this client? Why or why not? So describe, express, assert, reinforce. So it just broke it down for us. This is a little exercise you could give her right now. So you could copy and paste this exercise right here. You could go over to Barry's secure portal and email it to her as a homework assignment, or take it over to your EHR and send a secure message, or through your secure HIPAA-compliant email. You could just send this and say, hey, I was thinking of you. Here's an exercise for you to do. So coming back down to the bottom here, some of the other prompts here, interventions planning, you can click this. It's already going to give you an amazing prompt. What treatment ideas and next steps would you recommend for our work together? Now, we've already got this chat thread going, so it's going to pull on that. It's also going to pull on all of her cumulative information based on her progress with you so far. So we're going to hit this here and see what it comes up with. What treatment ideas would you recommend? It doesn't even have to be very specific. It's going to give you some really great, solid clinical interventions that you can do with this client. Treatment ideas: enhanced communication skills training, emotional regulation, behavioral activation, cognitive restructuring, grief processing, self-care and coping strategies, next steps. And it's even telling us, okay, we should review her goals and her adjustment to the goals, revisit and adjust her treatment plan goals. I'm going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to say, great, let's do it. Exclamation point. I'm going to paste this goal review and adjustment, revisit and adjust her treatment plan goals. I'm going to hit enter and see what it does. And there we go. It's rewritten her treatment plan based on this new adjustment and goals that we just put in here. Depressed mood, current goal. It's giving us her current treatment plan goal, and it's saying a progress review and evaluate any changes in Heather's mood since initiating solo outings and engaging in activities. Adjustment suggestions. If Heather reports improved mood, Keep the goal, but focus on fostering deeper social connections. If depression symptoms persist, introduce an objective related to grief processing regarding her loss of her dog, which may be contributing to her mood. So I may have even forgotten that her dog passed away. Barry's AI assistant remembers because it's the past 3 treatment notes. So it remembered that she lost a pet, and it's telling us to introduce grief processing for the loss of her dog, that might be part of what's going on with her, which is totally amazing. Now, this is key. If you try to leave one of these chat boxes, you're going to see your chat will disappear when you leave. This chat is temporary. Make sure you copy anything important before leaving. So if you do a lot of clinical work, you're going to want to copy and paste this and take it, keep it somewhere inside of her chart, or make notes, somewhere like in a HIPAA-compliant Google Doc or something like that. But you could say, don't show this message again, or leave it there in case you want to be reminded of that. You can go back, stay on the page, or you can leave anyway. So I'm going to leave. Okay, there you have it. This is Barry's new AI assistant. There's so much more you can do with this. I have a list of really cool prompts that we came up with inside of my Run Your Private Practice with AI Facebook group. So if you get a chance, go over to that Facebook group. You could see it, or send me an email. I'll send you a list of prompts that you can use with the new Barry's AI assistant with your client charts. Okay, I'm excited to hear what you guys think about this, how you use it in your own practice. Let us know if you come up with any cool prompts or you do anything really amazing with the assistant, so we can help everybody else learn how to use this new amazing tool efficiently to help us avoid burnout, have a clinical consultant on our shoulders. So excited. Would love to hear from you about this new feature.